besties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited. We're going to do a little girl talk. Get ready with me. I'm going to sit down and answer some of your guys' questions while I show you my go-to summer glowy, natural, dewy summer makeup look that is going to make you feel so confident and pretty, and really this is like the only makeup routine that you need. I'm going to show you guys all my holy grail products that I absolutely love, and also an in-depth tutorial about how I actually do my makeup. So let's get into it. Step 1, skin prep. Skin prep is the most important part of any makeup routine. It just gets your skin looking nice and glowy, and it just makes the makeup look so much better. Lately I've been loving using the Outset moisturizers. I also really like the La Roche-Posay moisturizers, the CeraVe ones, but this is a recent try and I really love it. So the step 1 is the firming vegan collagen prep serum, and then I go in with the daily moisturizer. So I just do like a pump or two of this, but I feel like it's been so long since I filmed a video for YouTube. I've been pretty active on TikTok and Instagram, so go follow me on there if you're not already, if you want to keep up with me. But I've been a lot more active on there, and I feel like with YouTube I just haven't been as motivated. I think I'm doing like a little rebranding on this channel because I feel like I want to delve into more lifestyle and beauty content, because although like reading has always been a hobby of mine, it's not such a strong passion of mine that I feel like I can create content in the long term with it, and I don't want to like force myself to like make content that I'm not actually passionate about. I feel like that wouldn't be right. So I am delving into more like lifestyle beauty content because that's what I find I'm the most passionate about. So I hope you guys also enjoy like the lifestyle and beauty content too. If you originally like followed me for the book content, I definitely won't be doing too many of those videos, if at all. I just feel like I haven't even picked up a book in like 2 months. It's not something that like I feel like I really want to do, even though I do love reading, and I'll probably get into a period again where I fall back in love with it. I just feel like it's not like a huge passion of mine for it to be like the main thing for my channel. So that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, I just wanted to like address that ahead of time. If anyone like was waiting for the book content, it's probably not gonna come, because I'm kind of like rebranding a little bit with my social media and going back to my roots, because I originally did start posting more like positivity, and I posted like a get ready with me. Like that's originally like what I started to do, which I really like doing. And then like I kind of did a little book content. It performed really well, and I know that you guys like the book content, but it's just not something that I'm super passionate about. So I feel like I just gotta stick to my roots, stick to what I know, stick to what I love, you know? So that is where I'm at with that. I just wanted to give a little update. And someone actually did ask about like how I started like posting on social media, like what that journey was like. And it's actually been like a long time coming. Like I've always wanted to do social media. I've always loved filming videos and creating content. I think I started around like middle school, high school, and then like I posted things but then deleted them. And I was never really consistent with it until like a year ago, where I started posting on TikTok, and I stayed consistent with that. Oh, also I'm using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Like this stuff makes my makeup last all day long. I absolutely love it. I actually, the real ones know that I used to have a podcast. Originally it was called Tea Time Talks, and then I made a new one called Coffee at Sunrise. So the real ones know that, but I used to post like positivity content, even used to post singing videos when I was little. Hope they never see the light of day. But yeah, I've just always wanted to do this. I've always been super passionate about it, and the fact that like I've stayed consistent with it, I'm just so proud of myself for doing that, because I really, really love it, and I can't wait to continue and see where it goes and see what opportunities come. Because it's actually insane. When I look back, younger me would be absolutely floored. Like me getting free PR, like getting invited to different influencer events, like this has been so incredibly cool, and I just can't wait to see where it goes as I continue doing it. But I just love you guys so much, and I'm so incredibly grateful for like anyone who watches my stuff. I love you guys. You're all besties. Up next for foundation, some of my 2 favorites. This one has been a recent try of mine, but I'm absolutely obsessed with this. This got sent to me and I'm absolutely obsessed with it now. It's the Fenty Beauty foundation, and I get it in the shade 120, and it's just so good. It gives like perfect coverage, but it still feels really lightweight, which I feel like is perfect for the summer. I hate using a heavy foundation, so I usually gravitate more towards like skin tints and stuff. So if you're looking for a good skin tint, this one, severely underrated, is the Beauty Bounce skin tint. I get it in the shade light 2. I have it in the shade light 2 and light 3, depending on like if I self-tan or not. So I absolutely love these 2, but I think for this video, I don't know which one I should go with. I think for this video, I'm gonna go with this one. I always like to put the product on my hand and then go in with a brush, because I feel like you just get a lot more control that way. If you do it like directly on your skin, even though it's fun to like drop things and like pump things on your skin, I feel like you don't get as much control over the products, and then like you might put more than you want to or put it in the wrong spot. So I always like to go in with a brush. This is the Fenty Beauty foundation brush, and I just kind of brush it on my face like I'm a painting, because the blending of everything is the most time consuming, but also it's therapeutic. Sometimes you have to take a few minutes, act like you're painting, and just like have a little me time. I swear, like makeup therapy is no joke. Like I'll be feeling so bleh, but then I take my time, I do my little makeup routine, and boom, life is great. Like there's just something to be said about it. I just honestly love makeup. I've been doing it since I was like in middle school, high school, and then of course you get that people who are like, I could never do that. Oh, what time do you wake up? Like I've always been that person to like wake up early, do my hair and do my makeup. That's just always been what I've done, what's made me feel confident, and I feel like I worked better. I feel like when I feel cute, I work better. It's science, really. But I just love that feeling, like even when I do my sister's makeup sometimes, or if I like recommend a product to someone and they really like it, like it just makes me feel so good to see that confidence in someone when they like do their makeup and when they're feeling themselves, you know, it's like the best feeling ever. I don't know, I just love that. I love makeup, and I love, you know, girls being girls and getting dressed up and doing their thing and just sharing little makeup tips and products. I just love it so much. Okay, so the next question is, what makes you feel more confident and positive? Love your content. Thank you so much, Izzy. Love you. What makes me feel confident? Doing my hair, doing my makeup, wearing clothes that make me feel comfortable and cute. That's definitely something that adds to my confidence for sure. I feel like more mindset wise, what keeps me confident and positive. There was a time in my life where I was incredibly insecure, like to the point where it probably annoyed the people around me. Like I was just always questioning whether I looked good, like feeling bad about myself, talking bad about myself. It was doing nothing for me but putting myself down and like stopping myself from doing things or enjoying moments. What I did to kind of get out of that through the years is just like really practice positive self-talk. I started listening to like podcasts and like self-help, self-love, positivity things. And then I feel like once you consume that kind of information every day, it just kind of becomes a habit and you kind of get used to like that positive self-talk, and then it just becomes a new habit. Like, not to say that I don't still have my insecurities or still deal with negative self-talk, but I feel like I handle it better, or like don't let it consume me when I have a moment of like not feeling myself. Like I don't let it get me down, because I tell myself like positive things. I will do like my little affirmations. I know it sounds silly, but I think it does make a difference. And then I also love like going on Pinterest and using like Pinterest vision boards, watching YouTubers that make me feel inspired and positive, like all those little daily habits, I feel like just put me in a better headspace to really like feel confident and positive. Like if I have certain goals for myself, like what can I do on the daily? What can I turn into my daily habit that is going to take me to where I want to be? Next up, concealer, going in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Creme Brulee. And this is like the little mini size because I wanted to try it out, but it actually is a really good shade for me, so I might get the big version of it. But the thing is, I do not blend any of this out until after I do my bronzer, because you want to wait and let the concealer get tacky so that it's easier to blend and it like doesn't go everywhere. It kind of like stays more where you put it. So you want to wait till it gets tacky and go in with some contour. I'm going in with the Rare Beauty bronzer in the shade Bright Side, and this is like a cool tone bronzer, which I feel like just looks more natural. So what you want to do is, you know where your cheekbone is? You kind of want to go directly on your cheekbone. You don't want to go underneath it because it's really going to bring your face down. What you want to do is go like high up with the product so it gives like that lifting effect. So what I'm going to do is go right on my cheekbone line like that, and I'm going to do dot here, dot here, dot here, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then for the nose contour, you go a little bit on the side, a little bit on the side, and then a little line above on like the bridge of your nose to like give that little like button nose effect. And then I also like to go underneath my jaw to like kind of give that look of like a snatched jawline. And then I just do it on both sides, and I also sometimes like bronzing my collarbone too. It just like, I just really like it. And then blend it all out with a flat brush. Getting over a breakup, any tips? So I personally have never been through a breakup. I've never been in a relationship, so I don't really like have too much relationship advice, but what I can tell you is that it's probably for the best and you're gonna find your person, and use this breakup as a time to really put in the work, glow yourself up. Do what's gonna make you feel confident, get your confidence back, go to the gym, eat healthy, like look the best that you've ever looked, feel the best that you've ever felt, because honestly, feeling good about yourself, thriving, I can't think of a better FU to someone who broke up with you, you know? So my advice would just be to like pour into yourself, do whatever the heck makes you happy, find hobbies that you enjoy, hang out with your friends, spend time with your friends, and really build yourself back up. I know it's gonna take some time to like really get over someone, but when you find your person down the line, and when you find yourself and gain that confidence back in yourself, like there's just nothing like it, and you are worth so much more. You are amazing, and you deserve a love that feels good and healthy and happy, and you deserve it all. So everything, who knows, happens for a reason, and then down the line you're gonna find your person. You're gonna be like, oh my god, thank God that relationship was over, because then I would have never found this person. You know what I mean? So stay strong. You are beautiful. You're amazing. You deserve it all. That would be my advice, I guess. I'm sorry I don't really have a lot of advice as far as relationships, because again, never been in one. But all I can say is do you, stay confident, build yourself back up, and it's a hard process, but time heals. What's my favorite TV show? If we're talking like comfort shows, I really like Friends, New Girl, like those are definitely probably my top 2 favorite comfort shows. If we're talking reality TV, I love Love Island. I've seen probably every season of Love Island that's ever existed across like the UK, US. Australia. Like, that was my show, especially in college with my friends. We would all watch it. So it's definitely one of my favorite shows. I love Love Island, and I really love Summer House too. That was like a recent watch of mine. Okay, so my advice for starting a YouTube channel or just like starting posting on social media in general is you should totally do it, because I can't say enough good things about it. I feel like my confidence, like I said before, has skyrocketed since posting on social media. Again, like, it's always been a dream of mine, so I know that like that's not everyone's dream, and you know, social media isn't for everyone, but if it is, go for it. Like, why the heck would you hold yourself back? Because what, you're comparing yourself to everyone else? You don't think you're good enough? You don't think your life is exciting enough? No. All lies. Those are all lies that you're telling yourself. Okay, so my advice for starting, you don't need a lot of like expensive equipment. I literally started posting on YouTube with my iPhone, and then from there I learned how to edit. I watched YouTube videos, and then when I started watching other people's videos, it wasn't from like an entertainment aspect. Like, I started watching YouTube videos being like, oh, how did they edit this? Oh, I like how they did that transition. And then you start like watching things from like the mindset of a creator, I guess. My biggest advice would be to just do it, man. Like, just start, just do it. I guarantee that like the first couple months of you doing it, just be okay with the fact that it's probably gonna be bad. It might even suck. I know mine did, but you kind of have to just like stay consistent and go through that period of like, maybe it's not great, maybe you don't get a lot of viewers or like comments or whatever, and then all of a sudden you find your audience and you find the people that like match your vibe and match what you like and share common interests, and then all of a sudden you get better and better at like filming and editing the more that you learn, like little by little. So I would just say like my biggest advice with posting on social media is be okay with being a beginner and like let yourself be a beginner. So after you blend in your bronzer, and you definitely want to like go into your hairline with it and like really make sure everything is blended. Do you ever feel upset that you've never been in a relationship before? No. I'm really okay with it. Like, do I sometimes feel like, I do sometimes have those moments of being like, oh, I feel like it also ties in with my perfectionism with a lot of things, and it's like this is something that I don't know and that I'm not like good at, which like me and my perfectionist head, I'm like, I hate like not having any idea what I'm doing. So when it comes to dating, I definitely have no idea what I'm doing, but I feel like that's fine, and I feel like I loved being single for most of my life. I saved myself a lot of like wrong choices by, you know, waiting a little bit. I feel like I saved myself from like maybe a lot of wrong choices growing up, and I feel like because I had that time to myself, I really developed a good sense of like self-love and confidence, because I know that like, okay, if I'm all I got, if it's just me, myself, and I, like, I'm good, I'm chilling, I'm having a good life and enjoying life, so I know that like I don't need to rely on anyone else. And do I sometimes feel like, oh, like, wow, like I missed out on like the young love of it all, and like, you know, being young and having your first relationship and all of that, but like then again I'm like, I'm okay. Like, I'm okay with that being my story, and like how everything played out, I'm really okay with it. And that's the thing too, like everyone has their own timeline, everyone has their own story, like you're never behind in life, you're always on your own time. So never ever, I'm telling you right now, really, never ever feel like embarrassed or feel behind in life, because literally, who's making the rules? Who is making the rules? You're never behind, you're always on your own time, and just like do what makes you feel good and like happy and what feels right to you. Obviously, like I wasn't ready for a relationship, and when I was, like the people, like it just wasn't the right person, and like, so what? Okay, that's how it worked out. Great, fine. You know what I mean? So I don't regret it. I don't feel bad about it, because like when you're ready, when you meet the right person, it's just gonna work out. And I feel like when it comes to love and relationships, it's not something that you can really plan or force. Like, it's just something that's gonna happen, and you're gonna know it when you see it, and you're gonna feel it in the moment. If it feels right to you, you're gonna go for it, and like you're gonna say yes to that date, or you're gonna meet the right person, and it's just gonna flow. Like, you can't really regret anything like that. And again, you should never feel ashamed, upset, or embarrassed about anything, ever. Because you're doing great, you're doing better than you think you are, and like, let's stop comparing ourselves to everyone else, or like comparing ourselves to like what society says is like how we should live our lives, because there's no one way to do life, and everyone is on their own timeline. So, you're doing great, you're doing amazing, and you're gonna find your person eventually. Like, so what? Maybe it takes you a couple more years. Alright, it's your story. And now, onto my favorite part of the makeup routine, blush. Okay, if we're talking like my all-time favorite blushes, I really love the Rare Beauty blushes. I think the pigment is beautiful, it's really blendable, really creamy, I love it. But then a recent try of mine is the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Cheek Tints, and these ones have like slightly less pigment than the Rare Beauty ones, but they give a really nice glow. So I love using it for like a summery, like glowy, natural look. So I'm gonna go in with this one. It's in the shade 62, and with the blush, you kind of want to put it like right under your eye, over here, which may seem a little high up, but trust me, when you blend it all out, it's gonna lift your face, it's gonna look really cute. And I'm using the same flat brush to blend it out. And then I also like to put a little bit on the bridge of my nose for like a little like sunburnt Did she just come from the beach? Is she blushing type of look? I don't know. Let me look up another question as we're blending. Love life? Non-existent. Dream travel spot. Ooh, okay. So Ireland was on my bucket list and I went there, I think last year over the summer with my family, and that was a really, really cool trip. It was so, so beautiful. I think I actually have a vlog of it up on my YouTube channel if you want to go see, but that was a really fun vlog and a fun time. I really loved that. So that was like one off my bucket list. I really would love to go to Paris, maybe Italy, Greece. I also want to go to like California, LA. I feel like that would be a fun trip too. Yeah, I think those are my top like dream travel spots. Oh, also Hawaii. And now that we're done putting all our cream products on, we're gonna go into powders. The two powders I've been using lately is the No. 7 loose face powder, or I recently got like the mini version of the Charlotte Tilbury press powder, so I really wanted to try that out. So I think I'm gonna use this one. It's just like a little mini press powder, and I'm gonna go in with this little like puff pad and just like dab it onto my skin. I feel like this might be a little too dark for my skin. I don't know, I feel like it might be like a tad too dark for my skin. So I might go in a little bit with this and then a little bit with the No. 7 because we want to glow, but we don't want to look too oily. So I like to put a little extra powder wherever I know that I get kind of more oily in my T-zone. And then after that, I'm going to go in with the YSL bronzer. I love this one, and I also love the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. If you want like an affordable drugstore bronzer, this one is a really good one. But for this video, I think I'm going to use the YSL bronzer. I actually got a new one today, which I think is a different shade of it. So yeah, so this one is like a lighter shade. I think it's the shade 2. Yeah, this one is in the shade 2, and this one is in the shade 3. So I think I'm going to go with the lighter one because I feel like it just gives more like a natural look when you have a lighter type of bronzer. And then again, put it where we put the cream contour to kind of set everything and add a little bit more of a bronze. And then what I like to do for a little extra glow, I like going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. And look how gorgeous this is. Can you really see it? I don't know. But it's so, so gorgeous. And then I just go in with my finger and I just kind of lightly put it on my nose. I put it over here on my cheekbone, wherever there's like a natural highlight, I kind of go over it. And then what I do after that to really make sure it's all blended in and you don't get that like streak of highlight, I like to go in with my blush at that point, and this is the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. And what I do is I just dab it on wherever we put the highlighter to really blend it all out and make it look really natural. And then for brows, I'm going in with this Wet n Wild eyebrow kit, and it comes with like a little mini like spoolie brush and like little eyebrow brush, and I use the middle shade. And then I just kind of like lightly fill in wherever my hairs are super sparse to kind of like create a good shape with it. And then I go in with some brow gel. I've been loving using the Anastasia clear brow gel. I feel like it really doesn't give me those like weird clumps you sometimes get with eyebrow gels. So I really, really love this one, and I just use the little brush to brush up a little bit. So 2 questions. One of them is, how do you balance work and life? Currently working 7 days a week and struggling. And the other one is, how do you find the discipline to do YouTube while working full time? I hear you, girly. Like, when I first started my job, it was like, I don't even know how people do things outside of work. Like, I come home and I'm absolutely exhausted. Once like 3 p.m. hits, like I'm out for the count. Like, I'm done for the day, and like I just need to go home and like watch reality TV and like not do anything. So usually like what I found works for me is I do wake up at like 4 a.m. every day, but I just find that like that's what works for me, and I feel like it gives me time to like film whatever I want to film, get ready, do my get ready with me videos, and then I can have my work day. At the end of the day, I like will edit some TikToks or post some stuff and have that time to like just edit and post and like not worry about filming anything. So I'm definitely like more of a morning person when it comes to filming and creating content. And then my weekends, I also film and create content and do like planning and stuff. And one of the things I never noticed about like, or never expected when starting content creation, is that like your mind is always on it 24/7. I'm always thinking like, oh, I should be doing the next thing. And even when I post, it's like, oh, well, how well is that video performing? Or what am I going to do next? Or like, oh, well, I posted that, but like, what's next? Or like, what's the next thing? So it's like, you're never done when it comes to content creation. Like, I feel like I'm always working when it comes to content creation, whether it's like emails and outreach, like planning different videos, making sure I, like, if I do have a brand collab, like, okay, what are the deliverables? What's the deadline? Like, there's always something that I'm thinking about. And even when I post, even if I post like 5 times in one day, I'm like, oh, I'm not doing enough. Like, you never feel like you're doing enough when it comes to content creation, but that's something that like I've just kind of accepted about the job, I guess. But the thing that really keeps me going is that I genuinely really love it, and it's something that I'm really passionate about doing, which is like my biggest motivator, because I love creating content, I love editing, I love filming, I love doing all of this. So when it comes to like making the time to do it, like I love to do it, so I'm gonna make the time for it, you know? And it's also something that just like really makes me happy. It's something I'm really passionate about, so it's like my happy place. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, I am a clinical fellow speech therapist, so I work in a middle school right now, and I'm in my clinical fellowship year, which means I'm basically like still under supervision, and I'm not like a fully certified SLP yet until after my clinical fellowship year. So I've been working full-time as a CF speech therapist in middle school lately, and it's been really good, really fun. But again, like I love content creation, so I've been doing that on the side too, and I've been doing both right now. So next up in the makeup routine, another very important step, especially in the summer, this is the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. And this stuff, I kid you not, will make your makeup last all day long, all night long. I tried this recently, and now I know I have to get the full one because I just got the mini one to try it out. But I absolutely love this one, and I definitely will be repurchasing, so definitely recommend this, especially for the summer when I feel like I'm always like sweating my makeup off. Like this will make it last all day long. Oh my gosh, I forgot eyeshadow. Okay, we're gonna go back in with some eyeshadow. Also, I think what I'm gonna do is make a board on my Amazon storefront with all of these makeup products that I talk in this video, because I feel like my makeup has changed a lot, and like I want to give like an updated Amazon storefront little list for you guys. So I'm gonna try to put all the products that I used in this video in like a little list on my Amazon storefront, and I will link that down below if you want to go check it out and have like quick links to all the products. I will leave those in the description box below. But going in with some eyeshadow, I don't go too crazy when it comes to eyeshadow because I honestly have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to eyeshadow. But there are two important steps when it comes to my everyday go-to makeup routine. I love taking any eyeshadow palette at all, and I just go in with like a dark brown shade, any kind of brown shade. I go in with this flat brush and I tap it on, and then I create a little wing. I also like going in with this like shimmery light color, or you could use any kind of light color, even if it's like a white color, just something that's light. But I really like a shimmery glowy type of light shade, and then I'll just go like in the inner corners of my eyes, and also like on the first like third of my eyelid, I guess. Okay, someone asked best part of your YouTube job and your actual real job. So best part of my actual real job so far, I love just getting to interact with the kids and feel like I'm making a difference in their lives, that I'm helping them improve their communication and like finding the confidence in their abilities. And my biggest goal when it's come to speech pathology has always been like to be that person that like gives the child like the confidence in themselves and the confidence in their communication, and just being the person that helps them with that and like is just a support for them has always been like a big motivator of mine as far as speech pathology. And it also kind of carries over to like my goals with YouTube too. Like I always want to be the person that inspires confidence and like self-love and self-confidence, and also just being a place of comfort for my audience and for my clients, like to be that person that's just comforting and uplifting. And I feel like the best part of like my YouTube job, I guess, there's a lot of pluses. I love like the people that I've gotten to meet through it so far, and like the opportunities, like the influencer events have been so fun, and I definitely want to go to more if I'm invited. Like that was such a fun experience. So like the people that you can meet, like the people I've gotten to connect with on social media, it's been really, really cool. And also the fact that like you're in control. Like when it comes to social media and YouTube, like you're the person like planning everything. If you don't feel like doing it one day, okay, you can do it tomorrow. Like you kind of set your own schedule with everything, and like you're in control of like the branding or like what you want to create, how you want to edit it. It's just like allows for a lot of creative freedom, which I really like. So those are all the things that I like about both my jobs, I would say. Someone asked what editing software do I use for YouTube, and I use Filmora Wondershare. I have an HP laptop, so I know that like I think there's an editing software that comes with Apple products that's free, like it just comes with the laptop, and I know that that's a really good one too. But if you do have an HP Windows computer, Filmora Wondershare is supposed to be like a good alternative to that. So I've been really loving using that editing software. I don't think I edit my videos like too crazily with like amazing edits, so I feel like anything basic that's just gonna be like cut, add a zoom in here, add a zoom out here, that's all I really need. And then for my intros and outros, I love using Canva, and I also use Canva for all my thumbnails as well. It's really, really good. And then for mascara, I'm going in with this YSL Beauty mascara. I recently tried this out. I got it sent to me, and it's really, really good. I also really like the Essence/Princess mascaras. I recently tried the Fenty Beauty mascara, and that one's really good too. So I really love those. Insider tip, whenever you get makeup over here, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then take your little spoolie brush from your eyeshadow, dab it off like that, and it gets it off a lot easier. How are you liking your new job? Is it what you expected it to be while you were in school? I will say this, school was definitely harder, I think, than the actual job is. Like, even when I started my new job, my supervisor looked at my notes and she was like, you have great writing, like you're doing great. You're doing a little too much. You know what I mean? She basically told me I was doing too much because I was just writing so much because I was so used to it in school. Things are just a little bit different than you learn in school. I feel like you learn a lot more on the job than you do in school, I would say. I feel like when I was in school, like the classes you just really needed to get through, and then once I started doing like clinicals and my externships and internships and all of that, it was only then that like the stuff I was learning in school started to like click in my head. Like I was like, oh wait, like that's what that means. Like I remember learning a little bit of that. Now I know what it means, you know? So I feel like if you're like in school in the classes, you're not like fully understanding it, like don't worry, just like push through, do what you gotta do, and then once you're in like clinicals and you're like actually like in it, it's gonna make sense and it's all gonna you know, click for you. So the new job is good. I never thought, I always like geared more towards like working with like the younger kids. So I was a little nervous going into a middle school, but it's actually been really nice. And she said like I was building good rapport with the kids. It's been really fun so far. Again, like I'm so new to it that like we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it and it's been good. And it's nice to like feel like a real working adult, you know? So I've been loving doing both, like the speech therapy and then social media too. I think those are all the questions that you guys asked. We're gonna do a little lip combo real quick because the last question is fave lip products right now. We're gonna try out this new lip liner together. I just got it. This is the Rimmel, is that how you say it? Lasting Finish Lip Liner in the shade Cappuccino. And I'm just gonna line my lips. And this is just like a really pretty like nude brown liner. And I use my fingers to kind of smudge it out a little bit. I'm gonna go in with the YSL Candy Gloss Lipstick. I think these are the Love Shine ones, I'm not sure, but these ones, they go on like kind of like a tinted chapstick and it's really, really pretty. This is in the shade 44B. I'm just gonna kind of dab this on a little bit. I'm gonna go in with the NYX Butter Gloss Lip Gloss in the shade Madeline. And this is just like a nudie brown color for like a nice nudie lip. And then on top of all that, I love putting this on top of any lip combo. This is the IT Cosmetics in a serum gloss and it's just like a clear lip gloss. It adds a lot of shine. It also like tastes a little bit like bubblegum, which I like. The little bit of shine that you need at the end for a lip combo. Those are definitely like my current favorite lip products. And with that, that is the final makeup look. And this is the final look. I don't think I'm gonna do too much else with my hair today, but this is the final makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you wanna go try out this makeup look, you can tag me in any like videos or pictures of you doing the makeup look. I would love to see. But yeah, this is the completed makeup look. Those are all the questions, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little like girl talk get ready with me. I'll definitely wanna make more videos like this in the future because I just love videos like this, like just sitting down, getting ready and chatting with you guys. So if you watch to the end of this video, you can leave a little cloud emoji in the comments below because cloud emoji for me has always symbolized like staying delusional, keep your head in the clouds, make your dreams come true, stay delusional until your dreams become a reality. Like I always love that kind of sentiment. So if you watch to the end of this video, leave a cloud emoji in the comments below because you're a real one. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, I don't know, whatever you want to do. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Love ya. Bye.